Oh, my amp unit! We got the Dunkin' Donuts coffee! We got a little bit of time, and we got a lot of stupid comments in the pro wrestling world. So BC says, let's rock out another edition of Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101, making this episode number thrice. Redeem, go! Let's rock this shit, amplified style! And I want to get this party rocking right from the jump. You guys know how we do this. None of these comments are from the BC Amplified channel because we have the smartest professional wrestling fans in the entire community on this channel, nor would BC Amplified ever allow this type of graffiti on this channel. The dumb schmuck dipshit and the comment would be gone faster than Lars Sullivan's WWE career. But these are just some of the dumbest comments that BC came across while scouring professional wrestling on the interweb machine. And you guys know we black out half of their names for their own good, man. It's one thing to be really stupid. It's another to be called out for it, right? That's pretty depressing. So we try to save them face just a little bit. And I want to start off with Stu! Good old Stu! Stu says people are so ungrateful. How easy they forget it was Vince McMahon that made WWE what it is today, and it's because of him we get to have hours of entertainment every week. These fans need to shut up and watch, or simply don't watch. It's not that hard. Thanks, Stu! Stu! Thanks for letting us know we can just not watch. Thanks for really putting us in our place, Stu. You know what BC says? You can't spell stupid without stew. Let me break it down for you, Stu. Vince McMahon, we are absolutely thankful that he put pro wrestling on the map the way he did, to allow fans of all ages to be this intrigued with professional wrestling over the decades. However, Stu, a little old saying, what have you done for me lately? As in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, Stu? 20 years, Stu! 20 years! 20 years! The last 15 to 20 years, this company has steadily been declining, decreasing, getting worse. Look at the trajectory, Stu. The numbers do not lie. The engagement isn't there, Stu. And you're willing to let him off the hook because according to you, we all forgot Vince McMahon made WWE what it is today. And then Stu says it's because of him we get to have hours of entertainment every week. Stu! Stu! Who's having hours of entertainment, Stu? Who is having hours of entertainment? This fucking company isn't providing it. BC Amplified provides more entertainment on this platform, on these videos, on his live streams, than Vince McMahon puts out there. Stu, are you honestly gonna tell me or anybody else that you're entertained by watching the catering crusaders chase around R-Truth during the entire fucking show? You're entertained by watching somebody like Shayna Baszler lose every single week in 2 minutes in a fruit roll-up? This entertains you? Are you entertained, Stu, with one rematch after another rematch after another? What is it, Stu? What's entertaining you? Is it the dancing Easter bunnies? Is it Nia Jax acting like she's falling all over the arena, tripping and stumbling, playing the buffoon? Is it Matt Riddle riding around on his scooter backstage like he's on a Sunday cruise? All throughout the show, there's Riddle in his scooter. What is entertaining you, Stu? What is making you go, wow, this show is so fun. The show is so exciting. Isn't this riveting? Everybody should be worshiping Vince McMahon. No, fuck that, and fuck you, Stu! Stu, you say we need to shut up and watch or simply don't watch. How about you shut the fuck up, Stu? How about that, Stu? Fans don't just quit, Stu. Maybe you're a quitter in life. Fans don't quit. My Yankees start the season at 5-10. Do I just stop watching them? My Knicks have sucked for the better part of 15 plus years. Do I just stop watching my Knicks? Or as a fan, do I voice out my displeasure? Do I get pissed off? Do I yell, scream, bitch, moan, complain, rant with other like-minded fans? Because we are fans and we get to do such. And we call out the positives and the negatives, the good with the bad. The exciting with the ugly. You think people like BC Amplified are gonna stand there with their wooden bowl and wooden spoon as Vince McMahon keeps pouring us one dish after another of bullshit platter and absolute garbage stew? That's right, stew. And we're supposed to say, please sir, can we have some more? More bullshit stew, please. No. We're not gonna sit there and take this garbage, and we're not gonna just walk away and quit. We're gonna demand the product get better. There's that off, Stu! Because if it does piss you off, Stu, I got a little bit of advice for you. I know what you can do, Stu. If you don't like what people like BC are talking about, what we're saying, and what pisses us off, hey, Stu, I got a little advice for you. It's simple. Shut up and watch. Or simply don't watch it, Stu. It's not that hard. You don't like what we're talking about, Stu. Simply don't watch it, Stu. Oh yeah, perfect timing. Now I got lawn mowing Larry doing circles around me. Through the grass, over a hill, and onto the pavement. The dude is literally doing circles on the pavement. What are you gonna mow the cement? What are these people do? Move! Hit the grass, motherfucker! Damn! Circles on the fucking pavement. What are you mowing? Anyway, you know the irony of the situation. You got the stews that blame people like BC for making pro wrestling bad. And why it's not fun anymore. People like BC, when they can just not watch BC if they choose, but they do because they know everything I say is factual. They know that I'm actually trying to help the fucking business. You see, they say we're the problem. The irony is they are the actual problem because they are accepting everything Vince dishes out. And it's because of those fans, Vince McMahon thinks he does not need to change. As long as he can suck those pennies up, every last penny from the stews in the world of pro wrestling, then Vince is going to continue to make those billion-dollar deals, and the product will not actually get better for the fans unless we all come together and speak up and speak out and loudly. And we don't stop. We are relentless. But as long as there's stews, Vince will get away. Vince will get away with whatever the fuck he wants to do. And we don't stop at Stu. No. We're just getting started. There's plenty of other dummies I came across this week in professional wrestling. So let's continue on, shall we? That's cement, motherfucker! That's cement! You can't mow it! This next one is from Koosh. Koosh says Vince is such an ass. Why hold grudges forever? He should have allowed the British Bulldog to accept his Hall of Fame ring in person. Oh boy. Koosh, you may want to sit down for this, my friend. This may sting. This may hurt just a little. This is like finding out the Easter Bunny isn't real and Santa Claus isn't really the one putting presents under your tree. You see, Koosh, the reason the British Bulldog wasn't at the Hall of Fame is because he's no longer with us. At least not in present form above ground, bro. We blame Vince McMahon for many things, all justifiably so, by the way. But the British Bulldog not being at the Hall of Fame, that's far beyond Vince McMahon's superpowers. Koosh, bro. BC's not asking you to do a ton of research before you put your paws on the keyboard to tell the world what your opinion is about somebody, but BC is asking you to have just basic knowledge. If you're a true wrestling fan, have basic knowledge. Like knowing who's alive and who isn't, Koosh. If somebody isn't at the Hall of Fame, but their family is there, but the actual dude isn't, Koosh! It's probably because there's something much more at play, bro. Come on, Koosh! Hey, let's go into Cal 56. Cal 56 says, someone please explain to me why we haven't seen Cross versus McIntyre yet. What are these people waiting for? Jeez! Okay, first of all, Cal 56, the reason why it hasn't happened, buddy, is because they're on different brands! Work with me, Cal 56! What are you talking about? NXT is a different brand, bro. What do you want to see them cross-brand into a WrestleMania match? Sure, that'll be fun. There's just another issue, Cal 56. Cross just got to the roster a year ago! What the fuck? 1 year ago, Cross got to a different brand, NXT, and you're frustrated because he hasn't taken on McIntyre yet? A guy who's on the main fucking roster? A different brand? Cal 56. Cal 56! What the fuck? Cal 56. Give it time, dude. Give it time. In the future, when the time is right and everyone's built up the right way and rolling on all cylinders, we might get a badass McIntyre and Cross feud. Main roster NXT on the fucking rooftop of your grandmother's house. Who gives a shit? We'll get it. But give it time. Do you really want Cross to be demoted to the main roster already just to have that match? Please. I think we want better for Cross. Damn. I've seen impatient fans before, but this is some next level shit. Cross is just getting his groove in NXT. Champion, the spotlight. And you're upset that he hasn't taken on McIntyre, who's not even in NXT. Damn, Cal 56, there's a million reasons to be pissed off at WWE. This is not a mountaintop that you want to fall on. Where do these people come from? If people just thought about shit before they put their grubby paws on the keyboard, the world would be a better place. It simply would. And that's not even it. There's more dummies to get to. So let's just get to it. Oh boy. This next one's a doozy. If you have your coffee, you may want to pound it now. Water, Kool-Aid, you may need a bottle of whiskey, because trying to decipher this next one could be headache-inducing. This is from Larkin, and I'm gonna try to decipher this as best I can in a second, but first I have to read it just as it was written. And Larkin says, Da Shad Yal Throing A.T. Da Quen Charlit unwarranted Yal Juz Jeluz Cuz Shie Quen Statis A.N. Yal Favs Be Slipin Fazi DL Fook Boyez. Now, I believe what he was trying to say was the shade you all are throwing at the Queen Charlotte is unwarranted. And you all are just jealous because she's the queen status and you're all favorites be slipping. These are facts. Deal with it, fuck boys. I mean, I believe that's what he was trying to coherently get across. Anybody that was able to take time to decipher that, I give you much praise and much props, because just reading that the first time gave good old BC an ache of the dome piece. Now where do we begin now that we deciphered this piece of shit comment? We're throwing shade at the Queen Charlotte and it's unwarranted. When you have a professional wrestler that is by definition being shoved down everybody's throat, and with the definition of that, Larkin, is somebody that is being thrusted to the top that is not connecting with the fans, but the promoter is relentless on getting them over. But the fans are just not buying into it, right? That's by definition in pro wrestling terms being shoved down somebody's throat. Now you see Larkin, Roman Reigns, prime example for 5 years plus, being shoved down everybody's throat as this top face, and it just wasn't connecting. You turn the guy heel, and everybody is loving this Roman Reigns. But for Charlotte, they haven't been able to correct her. They have tried to turn her face and heel 112 times. And why do you think that is, Larkin? It's because there's no connection. Because even the company knows. They're trying to get her over, but everything they're trying is not working. They haven't found the recipe to make people accept Charlotte Flair, the character. So that's not shade, it's reality. Totally understand you're obviously a fan of Charlotte. So you get upset when people are calling out the booking of Charlotte Flair, but it's not for Ashley Flair the person. We don't mind her. She's a sweetheart in real life. Good for her. Character-wise, on our television sets, during these programs, the character is not wanted by the majority. It's just the truth. And the company even knows it, and that's why they have turned her face and heel 112 times. That's why you are now seeing a second outlaw version of Charlotte Flair. They're trying everything underneath the sun to get her over. It's not working. It's not shade. It's just people not connecting with her, and the company has not found a way to do such. And then Larkin goes on to try to say anyway, after you decipher it, that we're all just jealous because she's queen status. You do know that's an attempt at a character, right? She's not actually a queen, Larkin. You do understand that, correct? I mean, I doubt very much there's any fan out there in the world actually upset that she's a supposed queen. What the hell, man? Charlotte is such a queen. Why is she such a queen? I can't stand this. Stop being a queen. Nobody's actually doing that. So we're not jealous because she's queen status. And you all favorites be slipping. Who's slipping? My favorites are Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Ember Moon, Asuka. Asuka's just held a championship even though she wasn't booked correctly. She just had a championship for half a year. Sasha Banks just had a championship for the better part of half a year. Bianca Belair is currently a champion. Ember Moon is tearing shit up down in NXT with the tag championships with Shotzi Blackheart. What do you mean my favorites are slipping? Not only are those my favorites, but they actually connect with the crowd. So, who's jealous? It sounds like somebody's butthurt about all of this. But it doesn't sound like it's all of us. It sounds like it's you, Larkin. You're upset that Charlotte Flair isn't connecting with the audience. Our favorites are on top of the world. Do we wish they were booked more properly because they do connect? Absolutely. That's what pisses us off. And instead, every time we look on our television set, it's Charlotte Flair with the spotlight. But if you listen to the crowd, there's no connection. You see why people are upset, Larkin, do ya? And the last part of your mind-bogglingly incoherent statement is, fuck boys. You're calling anybody that isn't down with Charlotte Flair's character a fuck boy. Well, from the looks of it, Larkin, and this may sting, the only fuckboy that I'm seeing is you. You're literally dangling on Charlotte Flair's right tit. There's gonna come a time in life you're gonna have to unglue your mouth from that tit and face reality. Next up to bat is Shareed. Shareed says, and I quote, Apollo winning the title was the right call. Opens up a lot of options. Cesaro can win it now at Backlash. Jey Uso can then win it at Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens can then win it at Extreme Rules. Sami Zayn can win it at SummerSlam. That's how I would book it. So Shareed has everybody winning it every single month. Every pay-per-view, a new champion. It's like a revolving door. It's like a merry-go-round. Everybody jump on the merry-go-round express. The championship is now just offered to everybody like a participation trophy. Jump on the merry-go-round. Everybody gets a chance and a shot at the championship. Is that what it's come to now, Shareed? We just want everybody to hold the championship. What is it for, Cherie? Do you want to get a visual of it? Do you want to take a picture of it? Do you want the belt on everybody so you have a picture up on your wall of every wrestler with that championship? Or, Cherie, do you want the titles to be prestigious? Do you want champions to actually be looked at as champions and feel like champions? Because that will not happen if you are booking WWE television, Cherie. If you have Apollo winning it at Mania, and then you have Cesaro winning it at Backlash, and then Jey Uso a month later at Money in the Bank, and then Kevin Owens a month later at Extreme Rules, and then Sami Zayn 1 month later at SummerSlam, where does it end, Cherie? You might as well at that point bring in Hulk Hogan to win it. Hulk Hogan, the dude it'll take 16 minutes to hit rope to do his leg drop. One side of the ring to the other, it'll take this dude 16 minutes. But why stop at everyone else? Bring in Hulk Hogan. Bring in every member of the Spirit Squad to win the damn title. How about Duke the Dumpster Droese? You might as well bring Duke the Dumpster Droese back. What about the British Bulldog? Have him come back and win it. According to Koosh, he's still alive. Where does it end? Every month there's a new champion, Cherie. That's the problem with professional wrestling fans today. Everybody is so damn fickle and impatient, and everybody's attention span is that of a fucking squirrel. What am I talking about? A squirrel! A squirrel has a better attention span than a professional wrestling fan. Cherie, we agree Apollo deserves, and I hate that quote, I hate that word in pro wrestling, but there's no doubt Apollo with a title makes sense, and it'll be deserving and hard-earned. The problem is, Big E deserved a long title reign. Why did Big E not deserve a long title reign? Why just a few months just to give it to Apollo? Big E didn't deserve better than that? A title reign? Cherie, you simply cannot pass championships around like it's an Olympic torch. You can't play hot potato or any other game with a title, because it'll be less prestigious, and we've seen that over the years. You walk down your toy aisle at Target, and those titles are more prestigious than the actual fucking championships. That's a problem. It's the same thing with Sheamus and Matt Riddle. Of course Sheamus is deserving of a championship, and it's hard-earned, but Matt Riddle was just beginning his title reign. Everybody was saying, oh, I could see Matt Riddle with the US title or an IC title. And then he gets it, and everybody immediate was like, I think Sheamus deserves the title now. Sheamus. And I'm like, wait, Matt Riddle just had it for a few months. Just a couple of months. And everybody was like, yeah, it's Sheamus' time now. But we haven't even had Matt Riddle's time. Everybody is just on to the next. Cherie, you're booking the motherfucker. You're booking 17 champions in 1 year. Cherie! Slow it down, dude. Slow it down. Relax. Build up an actual champion so that they're looked at as an actual champion, and the booking helps said superstar. And while you're doing that, build up an actual number one contender. It'll mean so much more in the long run. Everybody will win. The superstars, the company, the fans, I promise you. But having a champion every month and playing hot potato is ruining the business. And that's actually a good segue into our next comment from Bo! Because perhaps we wouldn't see a different champion every month at a different pay-per-view if we just didn't have as many pay-per-views. You see, Bo asks a question. Bo says, is it just me, or does it seem like there are too many pay-per-views lately? Bo! Bo, welcome to the party, dude! It's like Bo was in a 15-year deep sleep, a 20-year deep sleep, and he just woke up to find this moment of realization, a moment of clarity. What do you mean lately, Bo? Lately you just realized that there's too many pay-per-views? Of course it seems like there's too many pay-per-views, Bo. You know why it seems that way? Because perception is reality, and reality is there's a pay-per-view every 3 to 4 weeks. Some months, Bo, there's 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. You can't possibly build actual storylines and have your audience give a shit if you're doing it every 3 weeks. And what are most of the matches at these pay-per-views? They're rematches, because you can't build the storylines. So you're seeing not just the same matches every pay-per-view, but in most cases, you're seeing the same match during the weekly shows on Raw, on SmackDown, 1, 2, 3 different times just to get to the pay-per-view to have the same exact match. Make sense, Bo? So if you feel like you're just been disinterested in WWE television, if you feel like your excitement isn't there with pro wrestling these days, there's reasons, Bo, and this is just one of many problems within that company alone. Too many pay-per-views is absolutely destroying the WWE. Destroying it, and it has been. You say lately, Bo, it's been 2 decades. I was totally fine with Royal Rumble in January, WrestleMania end of March, early April, SummerSlam in August, in Survivor Series in November. I didn't even need King of Ring. Some people want to add that in as a 5th. I don't need a 5th. 4 pay-per-views, 1 every season. That is perfect to build storylines and feuds and get your audience interested and make champions look and feel like champions and challengers look and feel like #1 contenders. Now we're like Forrest Gump, non-stop running, one pay-per-view chasing after another, and we can't possibly keep up unless you got Forrest Gump speed. You can't keep up. You don't know what pay-per-view is next. These days, you don't even know who is the champion. Because there is, as Sharid wants to book it, a champion every 3 to 4 weeks, it seems. We need to relax, man. These pay-per-views and the sheer amount of pay-per-views in a calendar year is mind-bogglingly befuddling. Anyway, I think we're going to end it there, guys. We got pretty fucking amped during episode number 3 of Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101. Thank you all for joining BC Amplified. Much love and respect right back to you guys. And we'll do this again very soon, hopefully. I love doing these. It sounds like you guys really enjoy these as well. Now, little programming note. We got some traveling to do this weekend, and I mean some hardcore traveling, so there may not be a SmackDown review this week. We'll see. If there is, it's most likely going to be audio format only, but there is a chance there might not be, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. It's all cool. The tube didn't take us off the fucking airways. The tube did not take us off the platform. Ain't gonna happen. Unit is too fucking strong. Just giving a heads up in case you do not see a SmackDown review. Hardcore traveling straight through the beginning of next week. So even Monday Night Raw is in question. I still want to try to get that out, though. It just may be a little bit later in the day. We'll see. But always stay subscribed and notified. You guys know the deal. Much love and respect. Think, be, live, amplified, always. Until next time, I'm the Amplified Man, saying check you later.